Anyway, Anna, you are our coordinator. You have done this with one hand tied behind your back or one hand holding something else. So thank you in advance for that. Do you feel you can do final word, or should I play Erica first?
Sylvie has elected today to be at her most anti-Zoom. So I will try to get through a final word as much as I can. She's just not into it right now.
Right, right.
All I will say is that this whole year, I mean, you know, last ModPo into this, I mean, my year is not like January to January. My year is like September to September. I'm like, I have 100% in my whole life just oriented myself to an academic year as like my orientation of time and space. But I remain, as ever, just so grateful for this community of people, of poetry learners, of poetry lovers, of people who want to be here to study poems every year, come, you know, hell or high water. And that's everyone from people who were, you know, looking around for things to do when shutdowns started coming in place and thought, okay, I'll learn about some poems. So glad to have you here. Always just such a delight to find people who are stumbling onto this community and are like, what did I find? Like, what is this? Also want to say thank you again, as always, to all of the just extraordinary community TAs, volunteer core of people who just make this thing hum, make sure that everyone is heard, make sure that questions are answered, make sure that tech things go to the right place. I really am just like in awe of this wonderful, wonderful group of volunteer mentors and community TAs. You're just such an extraordinary group, and we really, truly could not do this without you. All of my TA pals who just have come back year and year again. It really is like such a special thing to have this reason to convene with people who we've known for and have been here to talk about these poems with for so long. And it's such a gift to get to continue to share this with you year after year. I want to give special recognition to Lily. I know we've done this before, but like Lily, you've just in absolutely countless ways that you like realize and like maybe don't, have just supported me so much, so many ways. In my teaching, in just like administrative stuff, like being a new parent in a pandemic after like a pretty traumatic pregnancy and dealing with like pregnancy loss, like before Sylvie got here, my 2020 has been a ride and you have just been such a constant source of like support and help. And like, I really don't think I would be able to do anything that I do without you, honestly. And that really goes for like this entire group. Like, I really don't think that I would be the teacher that I am without all of the ways that every single one of you has stepped up to be supportive and to be just like a constant source of like, let's just talk about poems. Let's like put ourselves into the poems. And if yourself is in the poem, then you're doing the work. You know, if you forget what a metrical foot is, who cares? If you forget what a sonnet is, who cares? Like, you're putting yourself into a poem. And that's like a place where we can meet. If we can't meet in person, we can meet in a poem. And Al, lastly, I'll say, I could not have asked for a better collaborator and mentor and, you know, poetry czar than what you have been for me throughout my life, and especially in this space. I was pretty scared of like what this was going to be like, and for a whole bunch of different reasons. So thank you for just being the collaborator and mentor that you've been through all these years, and especially this year. Thank you so much for being quiet for
Sylvie's got some great. Sylvie's got some final words.
Mom, you've been going on too long. So I'm going to mute myself again now.
Thank you, Anna. That's lovely.